Eagles squeaked by the Panthers. Bryce Young, the box score didn't show it necessarily, but had another good game. He's continued to build confidence. The Eagles kind of played down to their opponent. I think they underestimated the Panthers a little bit. The passing game was atrocious. Hurts missed a lot of reads.
AJ Brown was a
Obviously,
J.
Saquon Barkley did his thing on the ground, and they got the win because Xavier Legette dropped a game-winning touchdown. Just selling my boy Bryce. It's just selling him. It's insane. But the question for this game is: are you concerned about the Eagles passing game? I know we talked about this. We didn't talk about this. Actually, I made the comment where I said the passing game will get better when Smitty got back, and then me and Q had a conversation in Discord. So you didn't see this, but Q was basically saying that he didn't think the passing game will get better even when Devonta Smith came back from injury because this is a run-heavy team whose main offense is rushing. So do you have concerns about the passing game, though? Because A.J. Brown brought up in his presser that he was concerned about the passing game. I don't know if you saw it, bro, but Brandon Graham was on a podcast or something today and was saying basically what has been interpreted as, because there's been a lot of conversation about what he actually meant, but he said he basically said that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts were friends before they came in the NFL as teammates and stuff like that. And now that has changed, and it's basically some like personal stuff going on behind the scenes, but he thinks they need to be professional on the field with their relationship and stuff like that. So I don't know if he meant like they are having some type of personal issues, but A.J. Brown has been frustrated on multiple occasions this year. He was frustrated a bit last year when he wasn't getting targeted. So I don't know what's going on with their dynamic, but there seems to be like there's an issue in the locker room. But we're going to speak on like, are you concerned about their passing game right now?
I guess concern. I don't know because
Panthers
I always
defense is really bad, by the way. So it's like the Panthers defense is really bad too.
understand. And my thing is more, I see them as the second best team in the NFC. Right, that hasn't changed. I still have Detroit above them. I guess my concern would be if they want to beat Detroit, you beat Detroit by passing. Their secondary is not good. Right, they're in the slot. They can't guard the slot. Their secondary is not it. They got Brian Branch back there, Terrion Arnold, Kirby, whatever. People beat them by passing. So it's as simple as that. I know they have injuries up front. They still get it done on the run defense. You want to beat the Lions by passing the football, winning a shootout. You got to score quick because they run the clock down. If you can't pass the football right now, especially with Smitty out and A.J. Brown is not part of your game plan, that's not great. That's not a recipe for success against a team like Detroit. A team like Detroit, again, they're going to try and dominate the trenches, and you have Saquon Barkley, who's had an insane season and will definitely win some of those matchups. But you have to show Detroit to respect the pass. They got to keep the blitz off. They can't stack the box every time. You got to bring people back. And so until you can really prove that you're going to be dotting up the defense, until you have confidence in Jalen Hurts, I don't see this team contending, or they will contend. They can win, whatever. But I don't see them winning against a team like Detroit until they can really start passing the football better. I do think, though, this Saquon Barkley signing right now, I mean, it's going down as one of the best free agency signings of recent memory. This without Saquon Barkley, and again, we talk about the MVP conversation, whatever. I still think Josh Allen's the MVP. We'll talk about that a little later. But Saquon Barkley is like, he's the reason they're here right now, right? He has opened up their run game. Their offensive line is not as good as it was in the past couple of years. It's still good, but he makes this offensive line look better than it is, in my opinion. And he obviously helps the passing game because he's able to open up with the run game. The passing game getting worse and worse puts more and more and more pressure on Saquon. And I feel like that's just not good. Like, Saquon's injury prone. Not saying it's going to happen, but you want to take as much pressure off Saquon as possible. And now he is literally the reason that you win or lose games. Like, Saquon's the only person who's like really carrying the team apart. So they have to fix that, especially if they want to make a deep playoff run. Again, your defenses look good, but Jalen Hurts got to put some stuff together because he is the key that's going to push this team to a Super Bowl or not. If he can figure out the passing game, this team's fine.
I've been saying this all year. Like, whether I'm high on Philly at the moment, whether I'm low on Philly at the moment, Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are going to be the two biggest factors of if this team wins a Super Bowl or not. Their defense is elite. The running game is elite. The offensive line is elite. The weapons room with the wide receivers and tight ends, elite. Jalen Hurts has to be a better passer for his team to win a Super Bowl. Nick Sirianni has to be a better game manager for this team to win a Super Bowl. Those two people are going to be their downfall if they ultimately don't get it done. And this is one of the best rosters they had. I feel like one of the best teams they have had in a while. And I think it's an argument that it could be better in the year 2023.
It's different. It's different. I don't know if it's better.
The offensive line was better, I think, because you had Jason Kelsey.
Defense is experienced.
I think the defense is low-key better this year. Like, I don't think they're gonna get necessarily exposed come playoff time. Like Gannon's scheme was really bad. Bradbury he showed his ass in the playoffs. He was really bad. We gotta see how they hold up in the playoffs, but I think their defense is because remember last year in 2023 their defense was picking on teams that were really like their schedule was a lot softer. This year they shut down they stopped the Ravens. What else did they stop? They played the Bills too, right?
The Eagles? I don't think so.
No, okay. Well, they shut down like better. Let me go to their schedule.
I got it.
They shut down the Commanders too.
They lost to the Bucks. Shut down the Rams, Ravens, Commanders, Bengals. Only 17 points.
So this defense is actually real. I think the defense might be better. And then obviously Hurts is playing better. The play calling was better with Shane Steichen, but they didn't have Saquon Barkley. So I think this is arguably the best team that they had in a very long time. This team, and it's going to get wasted.
Jalen Hurts was playing better back then, though,
because he had better play calling.
I mean, when you look at the team,
I'm saying I factor that in there. I think this is arguably as good of a team as they had in 2023, if not better. And they're not going to win a Super Bowl like they did it in 2023 if Jalen Hurts is not able to be an above average quarterback, passer, whatever you need for him to do in order for him to get it done. So you got to step it up, or you're gonna waste another talented roster. And then we can talk about Bryce. He did everything. He did enough to win a game. He delivered 8 times.
In my opinion, this is where I get like mad. Like Caleb in some of those games, like especially like the Commanders game, Caleb put his team in a position to win the football game, and his team let him down, right? On that Tyreek Stevenson play. Bryce Young put his team in a position to win that football game, and Leggett dropped it. And again, you can't get a much better pass than that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that was right there.
Bryce to a touchdown pass, like it would probably been it. Like Bryce to an actual touchdown pass, that probably would have like literally been that. Now the Commanders game, I get it for Caleb.
I'm saying Caleb put his team up. You got to make one play happen. Bryce put the ball exactly where it needed to be for Leggett to catch it and go win the game. That's what I'm saying. Like Caleb did all he could to win that football game. Bryce did all he could to win that football game. He literally, you know what I'm saying? Like he did the exact play you're supposed to do, and it just didn't work. So again, it's gonna happen, right? People drop balls. People drop passes all the time. Like it's not a huge deal. It's just situational. It looks so much worse because it's the last play of the game and you're about to miss a touchdown.
No, it is a huge deal. Xavier Leggett has not been good this year. His hands are terrible.
He's good with Andy.
This is the type of win that you need for a young quarterback who had been benched mid-season, might have lost his confidence, came back, has been playing amazing, did enough to win you the game. This is one of those games you needed to win. And I understand that it was better for their draft position and all that type of stuff. But when you can get a moral victory like this and an actual victory like this, it can do a lot for your young quarterback. And I think seeing the win right there can do a lot for culture and all that type of stuff. It would have been great for the Panthers. And it's very sad that Xavier Leggett dropped that wide open touchdown. I don't care if it was a slight overthrow. You're an NFL wide receiver. You have to make that catch. A lot of wide receivers make that catch. He's still young. I understand that. But it just highlighted that the Panthers need to go get Bryce a weapon bad. They need to get him a weapon bad. I know
he's playing football right now.
I know their defense is terrible. They either need to draft Tet or sign T. Higgins or something like that. They need him to get help really, really bad because Bryce is showing flashes of being
They
worthy
should
of a raw pick.
they
They need
should
to give him some help badly. I'm praying for him, bro.
they should trade for Deontay Johnson. He just got benched.
Bro, he sucks, bro. I'm glad he's out. I'm glad he's away from Bryce because
He was good with Andy. Again, all these receivers seem to be good with Andy Dalton, but bad with Bryce.
Okay, yes. Come on, Brad Bryce. He got Adam Thielen. He's literally breathing life into Adam Thielen's career.
This happens all the time. We can't act like it didn't happen last year too.
But yeah, Bryce, I'm happy for Bryce. I think they have a clear direction in what they need to do this offseason. Either they need to go defense for sure. Defense is not good at all.
They spent a lot of money last year too on pieces as well. So you just got to make sure you kind of
wide receiver either in the draft or in free agency. That's what I would do if I'm the Panthers because they might have something in Bryce Young, man. They might have something.